Ngozi oh, who removed your name from the gate post? Ngozi was washing okra at the backyard, the okra she wanted to use and make food for the day. When her neighbor shouted the question from the fence, Ngozi wiped her hands, stood up and walked to the gate. When she got there, she was really shocked. Before, the sign on the gate read Mr. and Mrs. Okoye. Now, it reads Home of Emeka and Lizzy. Ngozi was surprised. She stepped closer and touched the letters. It was fresh paint, which means the thing was just done few minutes ago. Then, someone from behind laughed and said to her, "Don't worry, it's just temporary," Lizzy said, standing by the kitchen door, and she was holding a small brush, which means she was the one that did it. Ngozi was really angry. She wanted to retaliate. She wanted to talk to her in a very bad manner, but she kept quiet. She walked inside. In fact, she wanted to explode. But one thing was clear. Lizzy had already buy problem for herself. Besties, don't go anywhere. This one, it will shock you. If I've ever opened your door to help someone, only for that same person to scatter your peace, then this story is for you. You will enjoy it. Stay with me. Let me tell you about the day Ngozi's marriage almost ended, all because of her husband's twin sister, Lizzy. Many months ago, before everything changed, Ngozi was a very happy wife. She had just married Emeka, a tall gentleman. He worked at the bank. They live in a very small but fine two-bedroom flat in Asaba. They were still learning each other as new couple. They played together most times and they kept on calling each other baby, baby, baby. They played together and they watched Z-Word almost every evening. They share their bank alerts. They even share their leftover food most times. People used to say they were really lucky because as new couple, it was still gingering them. The love was still there and everything was going on well. But Emeka, he had just one thing. One person he loved more than anything. His twin sister, Lizzy. He doesn't play with this his twin sister. And his wife knows about it. But she never knew it could almost break her marriage or destroy her marriage. One evening, Ngozi was plaiting her hair in the front of the mirror when her husband Emeka walked in and said to her, "Babe, oh, Lizzy, my sister, she said she wants to come and stay for a short while." Ngozi turned sharply. "Stay where?" "Here now, my house, just for 2 weeks." But what happened to her own place? Ngozi asked her husband. She said that her job is stressing her and she needs a break. What sort of talk is that? She needs a break. Her job is stressing her. There is nothing I will not hear from your sister. Oh. Now, wow. But you know that she's not married, right? And so, what does that got to do with her coming to our house? You know how close I am with my sister. Please, my darling sweet wife, Emeka, started talking to Ngozi and hugged her from behind. Please, she's my womb mate. Please, just 1 week. Let her just stay for 1 week or two and she will go back. You know, I've really missed her and I would love to have her around. Ngozi had no option than to accept. After all, she cannot say no to her husband's twin sister. She's family, isn't she? That day was the beginning of Ngozi's horror. The next Saturday morning, Lizzy arrived. She came with 3 boxes, 2 suitcases, and 1 cage with a parrot inside. Ngozi shouted when she saw her walking. "Ha, are you relocating, Lizzy?" Lizzy smiled. "No, didn't my brother tell you? I'm just staying for 2 weeks, but I would love to have my things around." Parrot too, inside the house. Yay! Ngozi did not question her. She helped her carry her bag inside. She didn't know that Lizzy just came in carrying trouble. That very day, things started to shift. The next day, Lizzy woke up very early in the morning and she took over the sitting room. She turned the cushion upside down. She changed the curtains. She was just changing everything in the sitting room. This your color team is too dull, oh, Ngozi. And this your center rug too. I think we need to change all of this. Ngozi was standing there confused. I don't understand. This is my house. This is my sitting room. This is the way I want things to be done. But Lizzy always had her way. She just didn't even argue. The next thing, she changed everything in the sitting room. Ngozi still endured that one without saying a word. That night, during dinner, Lizzy sat beside Emeka. Ngozi then sat across the table all alone. I made his favorite, oha soup, Lizzy said. Emeka smiled. Oh, that's why I love you, sis. Ngozi just forced to smile, but the smile was not truly from her heart. She looked down at her plate and she was not happy with what was really going on. How can this lady come in? And it's like she's coming to come and take over my home. This one don't pass siblings, so the way she came and started giving orders, cooking in the kitchen, Ngozi decided to keep quiet. Maybe because her husband had missed his twin sister. Let them just have their time. But deep down, Ngozi was not really happy on what was really going on in her own home. 1 week later, after Lizzy came to Ngozi's house, one night, she knocked on their bedroom door. Ngozi opened. Hey, Ngozi, see here, your pillow is on Emeka's bad side. Please shift it. He has neck issues. My pillow? Yes, now. You don't know your husband up till now? Even after marrying him for so long. Please shift it, Jare. I don't want my brother waking up with neck issues the next morning. Because he blinked again. Yay! Something is off, oh. Something is definitely wrong somewhere. Because I don't understand this girl. Your own brother that I've been living with for months? Hey, God, I beg. Ngozi still didn't say anything. She kept quiet. The next day, Ngozi entered the kitchen to make tea. Lizzy was already inside the kitchen wearing her wedding apron and her name boldly written on it. Lizzy, that apron is mine. There are other aprons there you can take. Why take that one? Oh, I'm sorry. I just grabbed one in the drawer and this is the one I grabbed. I hope you don't mind, right? Ngozi smiled. But deep down, the girl is getting so many balls, like she has been taking things without asking, changing the rules in the house without even asking. And her husband Emeka is doing nothing about it. Is it with the dog they have at home? Lizzy came in and stopped calling the dog Mimi. He now calls the dog, Mimi, come to your real mommy. Ngozi laughed at first, thinking maybe she was just trying to joke. But with time, the dog started obeying her with that Mimi, come to your real mommy. A lot kept on happening and Ngozi could not hold it any longer. She decided to call her mother one night. Mama, I don't know. This woman is doing somehow ever since she stepped into my home. Which woman? Lizzy, my husband's sister. What did she do? She's too comfortable. Like, Mama, she behaves like she owned the house. She wake up one morning and told me that I need to change the curtain in my house and the center rug. Before I open my eyes and close, this woman have already changed everything. She came into my bedroom and told me that this place is looking somehow. I should do this one. Mama, this is not even what I came here to tell you. But she's overdoing things. And anytime I try to talk to Emeka, he always blush it off that she's just here for 2 weeks. I should let her have her time. Let her enjoy the house. I should not suffocate her. Mama, I don't understand though. Ngozi's mother now told her, my daughter, set boundaries before she sets them for you. Set boundaries, oh, because that's how insult will start. You need to be very smart because this one she's behaving like that. You need to be very, very smart. But what can Ngozi do? Emeka was seeing all these things, but he's blinded with love that he can't even confront his sister that what she's doing is crossing boundaries. Ngozi kept on being quiet. The 2 weeks that Lizzy said she wanted to stay came and passed, but Lizzy did not pack her things and leave. She didn't even mention to anyone that she was leaving. Instead, she brought in a fourth box. Ngozi, I'll be going to the market tomorrow. Do you want anything? Ngozi did not answer. Her heart was really beating fast. She wanted to punch that girl. But on a second thought, she started to talk to her husband on what is really, really going on. That evening, Ngozi sat at the edge of the bed waiting for Emeka. And when he walked in and saw her sitting down so quietly, he then asked her, "What is going on, Ngozi?" "Emeka, no vessel. I want to ask you something. What is your sister still doing here? She said she came here to stay for 2 weeks. Emeka, 2 weeks have passed and your sister is not yet to pack her things. Rather, I saw her bringing the fourth box. What is going on? I thought you told me it's 2 weeks. Even when she came in, she told me it's 2 weeks. What is going on?" I know, Ngozi, calm down. Don't worry, my beautiful wife. I will talk to her and she would go. You know, you will talk to her and she would go. I don't understand. Do you know how many things your sister have done in this house that is so weird? And each time I complain, you will tell me I should leave her. She's having her time. Do you really understand that your sister woke up one day and the next thing she did was to go at the gate post and changed our name to Emeka and home of Emeka and Lizzy? I told you about that. You walk past that gate every day and you told me to leave it when she goes, that you are going to change it back to Mr. and Mrs. Emeka Okoye. Like, what gave her the effrontery to do such a thing? Emeka, the things I'm tolerating from your sister, if it's otherwise, you know that you cannot tolerate such. That is not enough. She had the mind to walk inside our bedroom and tell me that the pillow is on my brother's bad side, that I'm sleeping on my brother's bad side. She then switched the pillow and told me to be sleeping here. Why you will be sleeping there? I told you, and you told me, it's just she's looking out for us in my own matrimonial bed. Emeka, do you know the worst of it? I was praying one day inside this bedroom and your sister walked past. Do you know what she told me? Don't worry, very soon everything will fall in place. Some people will know their places in this house. I had to stop my prayer and ask her what she meant. She smiled and told me it's nothing. I was talking to myself. See, my spirit does no longer accept your sister inside this house. Tell her to go. It's 2 weeks. Please, I cannot be feeling like a stranger in my own home. She takes over everything, does what she likes, and you don't see anything wrong with that, Emeka. I beg you, if you want this marriage to work, please tell your sister to leave. It's over 2 weeks. Tell her to go back wherever she's coming from. It will not be funny. Emeka started to plead. I'm sorry, my wife. I will do something, I promise. I will talk to her, okay? Let me take you out now, just you and me. I've really missed you. Ngozi smiled, thinking that maybe now that she has talked to her husband, everything will go back to normal. That night, they dressed up and went out. They went to a small restaurant nearby and they ordered fried rice and chicken with some drinks. Two of them sat, they laughed, they talked, they held hands. Ngozi felt alive again. It was as if her husband just came back to her after so many weeks of her sister being at home. Maybe everything will go back to normal when they get home. But by the time they got home, Ngozi opened the door and screamed. She saw Lizzy standing in front of the mirror wearing her own wedding gown and holding a fake bouquet saying, "Oh, he was mine first." Emeka stepped back. Ngozi dropped her purse. Her legs began to shake, but she could not really speak. Lizzy looked herself in the mirror smiling, whispering and crying. I was born with him, not you, Ngozi. You are an outsider. I came from inside, and you are not his wife. Ngozi turned to Emeka. What is the meaning of this one? My own wedding gown. Someone should tell me I am dreaming. Emeka, what is the meaning of this nonsense now? In fact, you can have the room to yourself. Go. Shebi, she's your second wife. Go, 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 go. Go and have the room to yourself. Emeka tried to calm her down and tell her that there is nothing there. Her sister might just be cashing cruise. Ngozi knew that Lizzy is not cashing cruise. She is up to something for her to be misbehaving ever since she got into the house. Ngozi did not even bother to confront her. She just quietly went inside the guest room. That was where she slept that night. Even though Emeka kept on begging and begging that everything will be alright, that he will do something, nothing seems to change. The worst then happened. One Sunday, Emeka insisted that all of them should go to church. Let them go and thank God together. It has been long they have gone to the church. Ngozi did not want to go, but she had to agree after Emeka begged her. She thought maybe since they are going to the house of God, things would calm down and Lizzy would behave in public. They all dressed up. Ngozi wore her beautiful clothes and Emeka also wore her white senator and cap. Lizzy came out wearing a matching clothes and the same scarf that Ngozi was wearing. Ngozi looked at her, then looked at Emeka. Did you plan this? Emeka just smiled. No now, it's just a coincidence. Though Ngozi did not believe him, they all went to church. Praise and worship started. Ngozi stood beside Emeka. Lizzy stood by the other side. Then the pastor said, if you have testimony, come out for Thanksgiving. Emeka stepped forward, holding Ngozi's hand. They both began to walk to the altar. Then suddenly, Lizzy came out of nowhere and snatched Emeka's hand, pulled Ngozi backward. Ngozi stopped and the whole church was just looking at them. Lizzy and Emeka stood at the altar, hand in hand. Emeka did not do anything. The kind of embarrassment Ngozi just witnessed, yet Emeka didn't do anything. He stupidly went to the altar with his sister. People were now standing in confusion. Pastor raised the mic and then asked him, sorry, is this your wife or your sister? Emeka replied, she is my sister. But my wife does not mind. That was his exact words. And the two of them stood on the altar and started giving their testimony. Instead of Emeka defending his wife, bringing her closer, he chose his sister to stand beside him. In the faces of people, Ngozi was really embarrassed. After the service, as they both sat in the car, Emeka tried to touch her hand and talk to her. Ngozi moved it away and warned him not to even try touch her again. Since his sister had already replaced her as the wife, maybe the two of them should continue from where they stopped. Emeka looked down and was like, I am sorry. I didn't know what to do. I don't want to embarrass you. That is why I did not bother dragging the matter. If I did, I know what my sister can do. Please. Oh, you are looking at your sister's face before you do something instead of looking at my face. You got married to me. Lizzy is your sister and she will get married to another man someday. Why would you bring me to church instead of us to climb the altar? You took your sister to the altar. You left me behind and you didn't even say anything reasonable. Just because you don't want to hurt the feeling of your sister, or because of what? Because of what she would say? You are trying to ruin this marriage, Emeka, and I'm sorry. If anything happens, do not blame me. I am warning you now. Take your sister back to wherever she's coming from. She has overstayed her welcome. But you will not listen. You want to satisfy her. You are closer to her. She's your blood sister. She's your twin sister. Blah, 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 blah. See, I don't have this kind of patience though. I am really enduring. But this today on, I have cutting it to the height of it. What is it, sef? But still, Emeka kept on pleading. I am sorry. I will do something. Just give me time. You know she's my sister. Ngozi still kept quiet. By the time they got home that night, Lizzy cooked a goosey soup and she served only 2 plates, one for her and one for Emeka. When Ngozi asked her about her own soup, she just said, oh God, I forgot oh. Hey, I am so sorry. You can make noodles for yourself. This egusi is too small. I am so sorry, but you can just make noodles for today. Ngozi stood in that kitchen. She knew that this house is no longer her home, but she didn't know how bad it would actually still get. And because she could not take it anymore, that night, she picked up her phone and she called her mother again. Mama, I think I've warned Emeka enough about his sister and the kind of character that she's putting through. Mama, this woman embarrassed me in church today. Which woman again? Eh? Mama Lizzy, your husband's twin sister? How dare she? And what is she still doing there? I thought 2 weeks was over a long time ago. Mama, that is what I thought so. Not until I still kept on asking Emeka what the sister is still doing here. He's giving me all the excuses in this world. I should calm down. He would talk to her. She would go. But no, Mama. She didn't go. Things kept on getting worse. The embarrassment I received today in the church, people even noticed, but Emeka did nothing. Mama, this lady stood at the altar. She took my place. She's behaving like my husband's wife. I don't know how to explain this. She's everywhere. She's in everything I do. There is nothing secret in this house again, and there is nothing private I can do that she will not put her head inside. You know what, Ngozi? Calm down. I am coming. Do not worry yourself. I think because that girl feels like you are very calm and you don't talk much. She feels like she can do anything she wants. Calm down. Your mother is coming. The next morning, Mama arrived. She entered like thunder. She tied her big wrapper high, holding her bag like it was war. As soon as she stepped in, she shouted, "Where is the madness girl? She should come here and see me." Lizzy came out of the kitchen holding a spoon, acting so calm. Mama, good evening, oh. Keep your good evening. I have one question for you. Are you married to my daughter's husband? God forbid, Mama. Hey, me? Come on. What do you mean? Emeka is my twin brother now. Why would I get married to my twin brother? Why are you accusing me? Next thing, Lizzy started crying crocodile tears. My twin brother is my only peace in this life. She's all I got. And your daughter seems to want to scatter our bond. Which yeye bond? Mama shouted. It was then Emeka heard their voices and he rushed out. What is going on here? He asked. And Ngozi's mother faced him. My son, well done, no. So, you are the one allowing confusion inside your home. Lizzy continued her drama. She sat on the floor, still crying. She was rolling her eyes as if she was losing her mind. She hates me. She hates me, Emeka. She wants to push me out of your life. That is why she invited her mother to come and beat me. Emeka, can you imagine your own sister? Ngozi just stood at the back. She was just standing watching everything. She had no strength to even talk again. Even the drama was really getting on her nerves. But she kept quiet because she knows the mother that gave birth to her. Emeka had to start pleading to Ngozi's mother to calm down, that he would settle everything, that they should sit down so that they would have a family meeting. He will also invite other family members to come along because there is nothing here and there is nothing happening because he is just overreacting. That was what Emeka said. Emeka called other family members, the uncles and the aunties, and in less than 2 hours, all of them arrived. They all sat and they started discussing. Ngozi sat on one side of the chair while Lizzy sat on the other. Emeka just sat in between them like a lost goat. Then the shouting started. One of the uncles said, Emeka, this is not normal. How can your sister be doing wife duty to you and you did not caution her? One of the aunties said, Ngozi, you are not patient though. You should respect the bond of twins. Ngozi's mother stood up and shouted, so, if they are twins, should my daughter be the outsider in her own marriage? My daughter have complained and complained so many times, and her husband Emeka is not doing anything about it. She said that Lizzy is here to stay for 2 weeks. It's over 2 weeks. What is she still doing here? I allow this family meeting because there are some things that should be settled outside. If my daughter did not speak up, that one will be different. But Lizzy here is doing too much. This is not her matrimonial home. Let her go. And let my daughter have peace in her own marriage. But Lizzy escalated the matter. She started shouting and crying that Ngozi wants to snatch her brother away from her. What does she mean that she cannot come and stay as long as she wants? That she said she wanted to stay for 2 weeks. It has exceeded 2 weeks, but she wanted to stay more. She should not complain. After all, Emeka is her twin brother. And there is no way she can divide a bond that was already created from the stomach. But since it's getting like this, I would go. There is no problem. As for me, I will go. There is no problem. But Emeka, just know that if I step out of this house, I am never coming back. Don't even call me. The bond that we share as siblings is off, since I cannot come to my own brother's house and stay comfortably without drama. Emeka started to beg her to calm down, that everything will be sorted. He would talk to Ngozi and the mother and they would allow her to stay as much as she wants. But Lizzy had made up her mind that she will be leaving the next morning. I am not staying in this house again. If people want to disgrace me, as for me, I am out. Ngozi finally breathed. At least the call she made to her mother worked, and the family meeting, it also worked. The next morning, Lizzy packed her things and left. After she left, Ngozi decided to tidy up the guest room where Lizzy stayed. As she left the bed, she saw a golden envelope. She picked it and opened it. Inside it was a wedding flyer and also a wedding picture of Lizzy and Emeka wearing a matching white lace, standing together holding hands, even holding a Bible, smiling. At the top, it was written, Covenant Renewal, Spiritual Marriage Between Siblings in Destiny. Ngozi sat on the floor. She was shocked. She couldn't breathe. She looked up again. The venue was a small prayer camp and the date had already passed. At the bottom, it was signed and led by one prophet. Ngozi stared at this thing for some minutes and she said to herself, hey, what have I gotten myself into? This is not just madness. This is manipulation. This is stupidity. Hey, no wonder my husband could not do anything. Regardless of what the sister does, my husband never scold her. No wonder. So, it has really gotten to this? God, thank you for exposing them. Ngozi did not even confront Emeka or argue with him or shout. She just went inside her bedroom, packed her bag quietly. She just packed the few things she needed, her clothes, her ID, and she left. By the time Emeka came home that evening, Ngozi had already gone and she also left a note for him. You and your sister can have each other, but I will have my peace. Okay? I already find out. You people can just enjoy each other. No wonder you are a very wicked man, Emeka. And for what you did to me, God will judge you. As Ngozi left, she got a small apartment not far from office. She started cooking for herself, sleeping in peace. Emeka tried to reach out to her to explain things, but Ngozi did not even give him the chance to. She already told him to move on with his life because the marriage is over. If you are in a covenant with your sister, me being in your life is you messing me up because your sister will always come back to taunt me. If she will not even kill me just because I stood on her way. If you had a covenant with your sister, then I know why you got married. Ngozi refused to go back to the marriage and she refused to let Emeka in her space anymore. She moved out and filed for a divorce. Her own family members supported her. Her mother especially stood behind her for making such a very good decision. Family is not always friend if you don't set boundaries. You will watch your peace disappear slowly. In as much as Ngozi was really deceived by her husband Emeka, did she do the right thing by walking away? Or better still, she should have taught Emeka a very good lesson, expose him to the world before she walked away. What do you think, my besties? Thank you so much for staying with me to the end of the story. Please like and share. Do not forget to click that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when I post my next amazing story. You can also support Mona by buying her a coffee. The link to buy me a coffee is on the description of this story and on my bio. See you on the next one. Goodbye and stay blessed.